What if, contrary to popular belief, Earth did have rings? Would it be an amazing sight or an apocalyptic vision? Let's find out. Imagine this. You look up into the night sky and see it a blazing arc stretching across the heavens. Enormous rings wrap around the Earth like a crown, glowing in shades of gold and silver. Earth would be the most beautiful world in the solar system, but this beauty conceals danger. The rings would change our history, our climate, and even our survival. So let's take a closer look. If Earth had rings, the sky would never be ordinary again. To see them, you'd need to stand at the equator. The rings would rise into the sky, brighter than the Milky Way, spanning horizon to horizon. At sunrise, they'd shimmer with gold. At night, they'd glow with silver light. From the poles, they'd look like thin, bright lines slicing the darkness in two. But how could such rings come into existence? Something catastrophic must have happened. Perhaps a moon that shattered in a collision with Earth. Or a massive asteroid that passed too close and broke apart. Instead of coalescing into another moon, the debris settled into orbit. Locked within Earth's Roche limit, too close to ever form a single body. Now, billions of icy fragments circle endlessly above Earth. A scar of destruction turned into beauty. But these rings wouldn't just grace the sky. They'd block the sun's light. In some places, shadows would stretch across the land for hours. Crops would wither and climates would shift. Imagine permanent twilight zones on Earth where cities would live under a constant shadow. Beautiful to look at, but hard to survive, and our seasons would also be reshaped by the silent bands above. If Earth had always had rings, humanity would be different. Ancient civilizations would have seen them as divine. Religions would have built temples to worship the glowing arcs. Sailors would use them to navigate the seas. Entire cultures would have shaped their myths around them. Perhaps wars would be fought over territories with the best view of the heavens. The rings aren't silent. They're alive with motion. Particles crash together constantly, breaking apart and reforming. Debris would rain down on Earth, turning meteor showers into a nightly threat. Satellites and rockets couldn't survive the chaos. GPS, communication, weather, satellites, gone. Our dreams of space exploration would be trapped beneath the glittering bands we admire. Earth's crown would also be its cage. But what if this happened today? Imagine waking up tomorrow to see glowing rings stretching across the morning sky. Social media would explode. Scientists would warn the world. The rings mean falling debris, unstable climates, and collapsing satellites. The world would be stunned, torn between awe and terror. What begins as wonder would soon turn into chaos. But what if Earth had rings instead of a moon? Our planet's tilt would be unstable, wobbling across millennia. Seasons would swing violently from endless summers to frozen winters. Civilizations might not survive long enough to build modern technology. In a ringed Earth, humanity may never have existed at all. The very fact that we are here suggests something profound. Rings are beautiful, but deadly. They'd make Earth the most stunning planet in the solar system, but behind the glow lies chaos, danger, and fragility. Maybe the empty skies above us are not a disappointment, but a gift. A reminder that survival often depends not on what we have, but on what we don't. And maybe, just maybe, Earth without rings is the reason we're still here. Our solar system is full of worlds with rings. Some planets have simple rings of ice and dust. Others, like Saturn, have complex systems that stretch for thousands of miles. But have you ever wondered how our solar system would look if Earth had rings like Saturn? As you gaze up at the night sky, you'd think you were looking at a sea of stars. But the truth is far stranger. You are witnessing the dazzling glow of trillions of pieces of debris, each as big as a house. They form a giant ring around the planet, a silent reminder of the violent forces that shaped our solar system. Here on Earth, we only see a thin sliver of these rings like a shiny thread stretched across the sky. But from the poles, the view is breathtaking. Imagine seeing an entire world turned upside down. That's what you would see if you were high above Earth's North Pole. From that vantage point, you'd witness the full glory of Earth's rings. Stretching from horizon to horizon, they form a complete circle, a shimmering halo around our planet. It's a sight that would make anyone who saw it feel very small. But these rings are not just pretty to look at. They're a constant reminder of the volatile nature of our solar system, just as the rings of Saturn are made from the wreckage of moons and comets. Earth's rings are a graveyard of worlds that never quite made it. Each piece of debris is a silent witness to the violent past of our solar system, a past that continues to shape the world we live in today. If Earth had rings, the sky would be filled with wonder, but also peril. The delicate balance of our planet's climate would be shattered. Days would be cooler under the rings, shrouded in a perpetual twilight. On Earth, there would be no such thing as a clear blue sky. Our planet would be forever changed by the presence of these rings. And yet, despite their beauty, these rings would be a constant threat. Fragments of rock and ice would fall to Earth in a deadly meteor storm. Under such skies, life as we know it might not be possible. But perhaps that's just what makes them so fascinating. They are a reminder of the awesome power of the universe, a power that has shaped our solar system and continues to amaze us to this day. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember, the empty darkness above us may be hiding wonders we can only dream of.